Good morning. Welcome. I'm moving on now to the next question, that is 2.3. Next question, that is 2.3, that covers soil erosion in the Amazon forest. That is something to do with soil erosion in the Amazon forest. So let's go through the extract. Guys. This is soil erosion. This is the concept that is being explored here under resource and sustainability. The Amazon is the world's largest forest and the largest river basin on the planet. Today, the Amazon is facing a multiple of threats as a result of unsustainable economic development. 20% of Amazon biome has been lost, and the trend has will worsen if unchecked, with erosion being the major concern. The logging and clear cutting of rainforests are some of the leading causes of the land degradation worldwide. In the Amazon rainforest of Brazil, for example, the area the size of football field is cut every second, leaving vast swaths of land vulnerable to wind, rains, and floods that cause erosion. The Amazon is the biggest deforestation front in the world. Interventions are urgently needed to prevent large-scale irreversible ecological disaster to man. Deforestation by activities such as unsustainable logging, ranching, mining, can lead to fast and widespread erosion of the rainforest soils. Logging companies clear-cut large areas of rainforest, and ranchers with little land allow cattle to overgraze delicate rainforest grasses. Agriculture is another major cause of deforestation and erosion. So guys, what is important in short, mind the way I was reading, I was a little bit faster. So what is important, guys, when it comes to soil erosion, you need to know what it is. What is soil erosion? Okay, this is the changes in the permanent structure of the soil, of course, in terms of its pH, that is potential hydrogen, in terms of its facility, in terms of its the humus content. Of course, these are some of the things that we look at in as far as soil erosion is concerned. So you should be familiar with the definition. What is it? How is it caused? What are the major causes of soil erosion? But in this extract now, you have been given that. You've been given information in as far as soil erosion is concerned. Where is the place? This is the Amazon. What is happening? People are cutting down trees. Of course, deforestation being a contributor to soil erosion, which means it's making now the land vulnerable to wind, rains, and floods that cause erosion. That's basically what we are talking about. So let's go through the question for the sake of time. According to the extract, name one human activity that has led to soil erosion. What has led to soil erosion? We are saying one from the extract. We are talking about number one, logging, okay, which is the cutting down of trees. We are talking about number two, mining, okay. We are talking about what else? Okay, we are getting this from the extract. We are talking about ranching. What else are we talking about? We are talking about agriculture. So this is what the extract is saying are the major causes of soil erosion. Okay, your logging, your mining, your ranching. I'm doing logging, ranching, mining, okay, and also agriculture. List two physical factors that cause soil erosion. We are talking about your wind, okay. When now deforestation exposed the land, okay, we are talking about your floods. We are talking about your rain. So these are the things that are being talked about: the wind, rain, and floods that cause soil erosion, because the land now is exposed because of deforestation. Then state one way in which soil erosion will impact on the environment in the Amazon rainforest. So the impact can be negative, the impact can be positive, but here they are not specific as to whether it's negative or positive. But since we know that it's causing soil erosion, it's likely to be negative. So there's loss of natural habitats. We can talk about the loss of natural habitats. Loss of natural habitats, that can be number one. There can also be loss of trees. Okay, they can be we can end up having endangered species. Okay, endangered species. Okay, those species that are beyond extinction, are almost at extinction. Okay, extinction of ethnic tribes, among other reasons. So it's not a lot of stuff that we want here. Explain the effects of soil erosion on the environment in the Amazon rainforest. What are the effects? 2.3.4. There's loss of vegetation, which helps the land to retain the water in topsoil, provides nutrients to sustain the environment. There's increased surface runoff as vegetation does not protect soil. Those are things that we look at. There's also desertification created due to removal of trees due to runoff. There's gullies created due to removal of trees due to runoff. Those are some of the things that you can actually include there. I'm not writing now. In a paragraph of approximately 8 lines, explain 3 sustainable management strategies that can be used to prevent and control soil erosion in the Amazon. So we want the sustainable strategies that can control soil erosion. We can talk about number 1, contour plowing. We can talk about crop rotation. We can talk about rotational grazing. We can talk about maybe afforestation, want to increase the vegetation cover. We can talk about ways of protecting the grasslands. We can also talk about drainage basin management. We can talk about conserving rivers and wetlands, and also public education and awareness. So those are some of the strategies that are sustainable that can actually be used to prevent and control soil erosion in the Amazon rainforest, which include the contour plowing, include the crop rotation, which include rotational grazing, which includes increasing vegetation cover through afforestation. We can also use windbreaks, that is plant ground cover between row crops, of course. We can also use drainage basin management, conserving rivers and wetlands, and public awareness and education. So those are some of the things that you can actually include. So boys and girls, this takes us to the end of soil erosion, concept that has been explored. We are getting the answers from the extract and the general information that we know from the content that we cover in term 4. Thank you so much.